Hey D's fans, welcome to Before the Bounce for round 7. We have a big test this weekend against the Crows and we have a new location. We've got a new ball. A bit going on here, Libby Birch.
Yeah, Gary Pert thought the Melbourne board meeting was way more important than Before the Bounce, so we've got this amazing scenery to deal with today.
Yeah, kicked us out of the room. There's going to be a few noises. They're preparing the ground for the men's round 1, but all we can worry about now is the AFLW season. We've got 3 games. Our fixture is locked in. It's a tough one. Adelaide, Fremantle, Brisbane, they are all 5-1. So we're probably going to need to win, well, minimum 1, probably 2 to make the top 6. We're sitting 6th at the moment. North Melbourne are 5th. They've got Bulldogs, Brisbane and Fremantle. You'd think they'd win at least one of those games and their percentage is better than ours. Bulldogs and Carlton are the interesting ones. They're sitting 7th and 8th. So the Bulldogs, they have North Melbourne this week, which will be a tough one. They've got Adelaide the week after, which is also tricky. And then they've got Richmond. So we're giving Bulldogs 1 win over Richmond. We'll give Carlton 2 wins. They've got Fremantle, Gold Coast and GWS. So that means we're probably going to need those 2 victories. We can't control too much. We've just got to win our games. We did that last week, and that was off the back of a really fast start. 13 inside 50s to 0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was great. And Daisy Pearce kicked the first goal. I think that was the first goal we've kicked in a match, finally, after so many rounds, and it was our captain Daisy Pearce that did the job for us.
And it was off the back of that forward pressure. So we had 10 tackles inside 50 in the first quarter alone. It really set the scene, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then by the end of the game, there was 20 tackles in the forward 50. It just meant that the ball wasn't able to exit our forward 50 as easily as previous weeks. And in the end, actually, only 15 entered our defensive 50.
And I think one of the real positives from last week was the composure going forward. So we were hitting targets and we were getting better looks in front of goal. When you're marking directly in front, it's much easier to kick him, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I just thought the way we were using our foot skills to hit a target inside 50, and Daisy Pearce really led that for us, was fantastic.
Daisy also led the celebration. So she went early with some sort of salute.
Yeah.
And it just sort of stemmed from that. Every time there was a goal kicked, the girls went nuts, didn't they?
Yeah, I think we just got around each other when we kicked a goal. Obviously, kicking goals has been hard to come by the last couple of weeks. So I think really to be excited about each one we do kick is important for our confidence and to keep that momentum going throughout a game.
As far as our side goes for this week, there is one change from last week's lineup with Chantel Edmondson being omitted, replaced by Sinead Goldrick, who will return from hamstring soreness and add a little bit of flair off half back. I'll back that 21 in to get the win. It's nice to be able to hear each other now. Liv, the tractor has just turned off, but we have a big clash this weekend against the Crows. It's the Ash Woodland Cup. She didn't play a game for Melbourne, but she was on the list. And we owe Adelaide. You weren't here in 2019, but the last game of the season, we needed a win to qualify for finals. They got the better of us by 10 goals. They did go on to win the flag. So that's nothing to be ashamed of, but they're certainly a tough team to play against, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. They're absolutely on fire at the moment. They've got great game-winning athletes, particularly in Randall and Erin Phillips. So they can really change games, as you would have seen in the first couple of rounds. So it's going to be really important that we get on top of Adelaide early. You
mentioned Erin Phillips. She's 7th in the comp for contested possessions, 2nd for marks, 1st for goals and 1st for score involvement. So she's dangerous in the middle and up forward. They've also got Ebony Marinoff, who is just on fire in the centre, 2nd in the comp for kicks, 3rd for metres gained and 5th for clearances. So stars everywhere for the Crows. They lost to Fremantle in round 3. That was by 5 goals, a bit of a surprise result, and have looked very, very dangerous since, winning massively over the Saints and the Suns in the last 2 weeks, 70 points last week. So yeah, got to be on them early, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. And I think Adelaide obviously were challenged by Fremantle earlier on in the season. I don't feel like they've had a challenge yet over the past couple of weeks. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they respond, especially with the travel heading out to Casey, which is our sort of homeland. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they go.
We know they're going to bring their pressure. I thought St Kilda probably struggled with that a little bit. There were times, as you see in this example, where we get away with being a little bit sloppy by hand. I think against a side like Adelaide, we're going to have to be much sharper because we're not going to get away with that as much.
Yeah, definitely. Adelaide will typically hunt the footy through the middle of the ground, and if we make mistakes, they will punish us with goals. So that's the difference between the not so good teams and the great teams.
Yeah, that flows into my first point to look out for. I want us to be really clean at ground level, first touch, and allow us to get the handball or kick away and hit a target. Because if you can win it at the contest and be clean, then all of a sudden on the outside, your uncontested possessions start turning into forward chains, and that's going to be really important. We've got the likes of Maddie Gay, Tyler Hanks, who are very good at that. And against a strong Adelaide midfield, it's going to be even more crucial, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But one thing that could affect that, Benny, is the weather. So this This is Libby's weather conditions report. Jane Bunn style. It's going to be 25 degrees. There's a 90% chance of rain. There's about 5 to 10 mils expected and about 25 to 30 kilometre knots of wind.
That might be the most important lookout for thing we've had
might be.
all season. The weather's going to be crucial. Casey Fields, always windy. An important one to win the toss. We got off to a fast start, kicking to the left of screen last week. Win the toss, go with the wind, get a score on the board, and then hope for the rain. So exciting one ahead. Good luck for that, Lib. Should be a cracker.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks for watching Before the Bounce. We hope to see you at Casey Fields at 7:10 on Saturday night.